What is going on, people? If you couldn't tell by the title, this is going to be a nice little update. It's going to be stuff I got from Monstermania yesterday. Monstermania in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. For those of you who don't know, it's a nice convention where all the, people in the horror genre come together and sign stuff and meet the fans and everything. Really cool convention. So I went yesterday and I got a few signatures, I bought some movies, and I bought a book, and I'll talk more into it. But I'm also going to show off a little thing I got in the mail today, so it'll be a nice little Blu Ray update, but we'll call it Monstermania style. If you haven't checked out my Instagram, I'm going to plug it usually I plug it at the end, but I'll plug it now. If you're on Instagram, go ahead, check out Tony's Movies on Instagram, where I usually show off my movies behind me and such. But yesterday, like I said, I got a few things signed, and I got photo ops with the Soska sisters and Danielle Harris, so my day was made. So anyway, let me get into this nice little update. What I'm going to show off is I'm going to show off the thing I got in the mail today. I was supposed to get it earlier yesterday, but it didn't come, so it came early today. This is a 12-movie set. It is a French set, and it says it has all the regions, so hopefully it all plays in English. I really only got it for the one movie, Jack the Monster Slayer, I think it's called. I can't really tell because all the titles on this are in French. So it said on Amazon that it all plays in English, so hopefully I didn't spend money for nothing, but that's been known to happen. Anyway, it's a 12-movie set, like I said, and it's got a little mix of everything. Horror movies, it looks like lower-budget comedies, I guess you want to call it, maybe sex comedies, but there's 12 movies on this thing, if you can tell. It's 4 3-movie sets. So the first one is, again, they're all in French. Some of them aren't. But the first one is Hunger, a.k.a. Femmes. Horrible. I never took French. The other one's Breathing Room and the Living and the Dead. So that's one set. The next one is Cougar Club, Marion Grimande, I forget what that is, and Voyeurs. So this is that separate one where it's like the almost like American Pie, I'm guessing they're going for, like Cougar Club and Voyeurs and stuff. It looks like almost like the sexual comedies, I guess you want to call it. This one has Grizzly Park, Mega Piranha, and the movie I did get this pretty much set for, because the way it was selling by itself for, I think it was like $12, $13, and I got this set for just over $30 with shipping. So I got 11 other movies for almost a double of it, or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, like I said, it's got Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer, I believe it's called, Grizzly Park, and Mega Piranha 3D. And then the last one is Zombie Diaries, Vanguard, and Small Town Folk, which looks pretty interesting. I did not check what that's about, but just a picture of it looks kind of like hillbilly-ish kind of deal. If you've seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, it looks like it'd be the exact opposite, what it's supposed to be. Most hillbillies are, the evil type, I guess you want to call it, in most of these movies, but this one looks like, well, Tucker and Dale was completely different. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But, yeah, for, like I said, just over $30, I'm like, why not? If you've seen my videos and all this stuff, you know that if I find a deal, I buy it. If you couldn't tell, I have a collecting habit. You could call it a obsession. You can call me a movie hoarder. But if I find something that's cheap enough and I'll get use out of it and I'll watch the movies, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't even watched, I think I'm going to do a video about that. But yeah, 12 movies, 30, like I said, I think it came to $32 total with it. But, I thought I'd try. I really wanted to check that Jack, what the hell is it called now? I can't even think it. Jack Brooks. That's who I was going for. So, like I said, this is pretty much primarily, besides that, going to be a horror pack. A Monstermania update where, like I said, I went out, I got a whole bunch of stuff, and I got stuff signed. So let me get into that. Let me get into my signed stuff. I was really going for 4 people. Well, technically 4 people. I was going for the Saska sisters was on the top of my list. Kate Beckinsale was there. Her line was ridiculous and time restraints and everything. I didn't go to hers, but she was on there. Fairuza Balk was on there, but she canceled right before. And Danielle Harris. So I got 2 of them, and I was happy. So the first one I got my American Mary Blu Ray signed by the Saska sisters. Really awesome chicks. I've gone to, this will be my 3rd convention. I think I got the bug. But you never know how people are going to act, or, you see them on screen and they act one way, you don't know how they are. Well, these 2 ladies were nothing but awesome. They were giving hugs to everyone, really personable, really talking to everyone, really down to earth, really cool. That made my day, so definitely being able to get it signed. And like I said, I got a picture with them. Check out my Instagram, Tony's Movies. And yeah, so if you haven't checked out American Mary, check it out for sure. Really cool, independent type of revenge type movie. Most people I know who've seen it love it, so definitely check it out. But the other movie I got my movies signed. I went to Danielle Harris, and this movie she directed herself. It's a revenge type torture movie, I guess you want to call it, and it's called Among Friends. And like I said, I got the picture signed, or the movie signed, and I got the signature. So really cool. Well, movie sign and the picture is what I'm going for. But really cool girl as well. Definitely had fun yesterday. Getting that, like I said, that convention bug. If you haven't gone to one and you're a big fan, definitely go ahead. Go to one. It's a different experience and it's awesome. So those were the 2 signatures and, like I said, pictures I got. So I went out and I got a whole bunch of stuff. Troma had a table there. They had a picture of the one movie that's supposedly coming out soon. And if you've seen it, it's Return to Nukem High. And I saw a picture for it, and I'm like, oh, maybe they have it here. It's not coming out till later this year, but I was excited. And they had a whole bunch of stuff that, I've always wanted to get, but just never really went out and got. So I bought 2 movies while I was there, and the first one is Poltergeist. This movie is out there. If you know Troma movies, you know they're out there. This one is really out there. It's pretty much all over the place. It's like a musical. It's pretty much like this town brings in this new chicken or like fast food restaurant, and they knock over this Indian burial ground to place this spot, and the craziness ensues. It starts getting possessed, and it's just all over the place. If you haven't seen it already, if you're into those crazy movies, Poltergeist is up there for you. And just as crazy, this one I've been checking and looking at all the time, and I just never got it. Another movie came in or whatever it is, but I ended up picking it up, and it's kind of ridiculous as well. Well, not kind of, it's definitely ridiculous. And that is Rabid Grannies. Yes, this is a, sounded like a UK from their accents and everything. It sounded like it would be from the UK and whatever. But this one is all over the place as well. Like I said, if you know Troma movies, these 2 would be right up your alley if you're into those. So those were the 2 I picked up. Then they had a whole bunch of tables where I guess these are almost like a burn on demand by Amazon kind of deal. A lot of this stuff never got released on DVD, or the way they put it, it's not released. So I ended up picking, I know this one is on DVD, but for $5 I thought I'd check it out to see if I wanted to, if it ever does come on a Blu-ray, to upgrade it or whatever. I've never seen this movie before, but I have seen trailers for it, and it's called Spookies. I don't know if you've seen it. If you know anything about it, let me know in the comments. And another table had all these seasons. I got, not from this particular guy, but from a convention. I ended up getting, I posted on my Instagram, my Are You Afraid of the Dark set. They had all 7 seasons for, when I got it, I think it was $40. So these came to exactly the same price. The thing was, if you bought $40 worth of anything, you would get a free, they had like single discs where I guess it was shows that only had a single season or whatever, you would get it for free. So I ended up picking up 2 things. I remember wanting to get this one, and I passed on it for Hey Dude. I got that as well. And I passed on it, and I never found it in any other convention or anywhere else. And it's one of my favorite cartoons growing up, and it's Muppet Babies, the complete series. This is 7 seasons. I don't know how many episodes, but it's 12 discs, so it must be a decent amount of episodes. But I remember passing on this one and going with Hey Dude. I got All Real Monsters, I got Hey Dude, and I got Are You Afraid of the Dark for $60. So I was like, I didn't have a bunch of money at the time, or I would have gotten this one. But again, Muppet Babies. And the movie I got for free, well, not the movie, but the disc I got for free, is another cartoon that the guy was pretty much telling me about this. It's probably never, ever going to get released because Disney actually got sued for it. I believe the story was, I don't know the story exactly, or if the story's true, but someone supposedly made this, like almost like a show like this, and Disney took pretty much almost exactly almost the exact same cartoon, and they got sued for it, and that's Disney's The Wuzzles. So I don't know. I got this for free, and like I said, he had it, and I don't even know if any of it's legal or anything, but I paid for it, and yeah. So I also got a book. I'm not a reader, I'm a watcher, so me buying books are very rare, but I'm the kind of person, if you check out all my videos and whatever, pretty much I do all this stuff to support anybody that's trying to, make it in this business, whether it's the entertainment business, whether it's music or movies or books and video games. I'll get into it. But the book is called Clay Astruman's Spooky Basement, and just the cover alone kind of looks like it would be like a Goosebumps type book and whatever. Speaking of Goosebumps, I did get a Fright Rags Goosebumps shirt, but I actually ended up hanging it up and I forgot to take it out. But I did get a Fright Rags t-shirt. But like I said, it kind of has that Goosebumps old school feel to it. So I ended up picking it up, and also the guy who wrote it is pretty much looking to make a video game. He had a little NES set up, and it looks like he's putting it out on mobile, I think he was talking about, and all the consoles and whatever, and Steam possibly, and all this stuff. But the game was pretty much your side-scroller type deal, but it seemed pretty fun, taking it back old school and stuff. But it's pretty cool how he turned the book into a game, and I'll sit down and read this because it doesn't look like it's, too long or whatever, and like I said, it has that, old school Goosebumps feel to it. So I ended up picking up that, and like I said, he's going for trying to make a video game, so we're actually going to try to have him on the Dorkening for our ultimate video game show. If you don't know what the Dorkening is, check us out. We do a horror podcast on Tuesday nights, we do a video game podcast on Thursday nights, and a pretty much dork talk on Sunday mornings. So we're going to try to get him on the show and stuff. So that is my update for the weekend. Did get, like I said, with this 12 disc thing, I got a bunch of movies this weekend. This is probably one of the more exciting weekends that I've had in a long time. So I went, I'd say, a little crazy. Not the most I've ever spent on anything, but I went a little crazy. So hopefully you enjoyed this update. If you've seen any of these movies and you recommend one over the other, let me know, especially in that 12 pack. I want to know which ones to watch first and which ones not to bother with, and I can leave on the side. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Check out my show notes for all my other social media and stuff. Like I said, I got an Instagram, I got a Twitter, I got a Facebook fan page. I was talking about the Dorkening, which I'm part of. Check all that stuff. It'll be in the show notes. Also, if you haven't already, I'd be appreciative if you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, let people know I'm out here. If you're interested in these reviews and updates and top 10s and top 5s, if you want to know when I put my stuff out, hit that little bell button, I guess you want to call it. I guess that will update you when I do put new videos out there, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. And yeah, I enjoyed myself at Monstermania. Again, if you haven't hit up a convention or anything, I definitely urge you to do so, because I never really was into it, and the past couple times I went, I really enjoyed myself meeting these icons in most people's eyes, and just seeing how cool and down to earth they are. Like I said, the Saska sisters and Danielle Harris this time, awesome people, awesome movies. Check out all their stuff, check out all my stuff, and I guess until next time, I'll see you guys.